PTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to Carl Wooten Field at No Man's Land Stadium on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University in Goodwell, Oklahoma. I'm Jason Epp with Matt Sparks. Tonight, the Aggies open up the 2017 campaign against the McMurray University Warhawks. These two teams met last in 2015 when OPSU came away with a 36-35 overtime victory. This game will also mark the Aggies' return to the NAIA after being a part of the NCAA Division II for several seasons. The Aggies are looking to rebound from last year's 2-9 season and returning to their winning ways of 2015. Murray is coming off a 4-5 season in Division III. Let's kick off the PTCI 2017 coverage of OPSU Aggie football. Kicking off for the Aggies, number 5, Sterling Lappin. He's a 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore. A little bit of stoppage, making sure everything's ready. And here's the kick. 2017 season begins. It's kicked through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 for McMurray at the 25-yard line. Our starting defense tonight for the Aggies. At end, number 48, Cameron Lyons. He's a 6 foot, 270-pound senior. At nose, a 6 foot, 280-pound senior, number 61, Zach Clack. At the other end, number 58, a 6 foot 2, 240-pound senior, David Smith. We'll get back to the rest of the starters. Shotgun formation, 2 splits to each side, a back to his right. There's the snap, quick throw out to his left. He's up past the 35, brought down at about the 38-yard line. So that'll be enough for a first down on the first play for the Warhawks. Not the start the Aggies wanted on their first play.
That was Warren Dillon, the redshirt freshman at corner, who failed to break down and make the tackle there against starting receiver number 1, Ariel Dorsey for the
ball
Warhawks.
on the ground. Didn't see it. Still on the ground. Looks like the Aggies may have it. We're going to have to check and see if this pile clears away. No, and McMurray did come away with that. Looks like that's number 64. Daniel Zarzoza III, who recovered that, but not without a huge loss. Back to just outside of the 30-yard line. Well, it's going to be 2nd down and long here. Quarterback rolls his right, lets it go to the right. Good tackle. Tackle made there by number 28, Marcus McCants. He's a senior.
And McCants was solid in pretty much all of his home games last year that we called, and that's a 5-yard gain, but that puts him at 3rd and 10 still after the loss of yards due to the fumble.
Marcus, one of the 4 returning starters on the Aggies defense. Aggies only with 4 returning starters on each side of the ball. So it's 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Running back will split out to the right. Empty backfield. He's got a hand on the quarterback, still on his feet. He's going to be brought down for a sack. That's going to be number 58. David Smith with the sack. Had a little help there at the end. And it's going to be 4th and long. And the Aggie defense is forced to punt.
Bringing pressure early. 4th and long. Forcing a punt. This is an ideal way to start out a game. They gave up a first down on the first play, but now they're playing real defense, forcing the punting situation. Let's see if they can make something up on offense, as they're going to end up with very good field position.
Bad kick. Marcus McCants back deep. He'll pick it up at the Aggie 45, cuts up the middle. He's past his field. Oh, face mask. That's going to be a 15-yarder added on to that. And that's going to put the Aggies in great field position for their first drive.
And that's
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
As the Aggie offense will huddle on the sideline, we'll kind of try to go over their starting lineup at quarterback. Number 2, DJ Scott, he's a sophomore, making his first start. At running back, number 3, Cedric Agaman, he's a senior. At wide receiver, number 4, Nick West. Number 1, Miguel Hudson. Number 6, Nate Knittig. And we'll get to the line after the first play. Tight eye formation for the Aggies as they come out. Man in motion. Turn, hand off to the tailback to the left, and he'll drag his tackler forward past the 30-yard line for a gain of about 4 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 6.
And that's a solid run there to start it out. Guyman is a good downhill back, as are most of the backs on this roster. But it seems like Coach Gaskamp really wants to be built around the run on offense this year.
Right. And the Aggies at the skill position, everybody's pretty new as far as starting. The 4 returning starters, the strength of the Aggies offense is on the offensive line. Turn, hand off to the running back, this time to the right. He'll follow his blockers up, looks like inside the 25-yard line. Yeah, the Aggies in recent years have been much more of a split, a spread offense, hurry up, quarterback in the shotgun probably 85% of the time or more. So this is definitely very different.
Well, last year they liked to lean on Shane Truelove's arm quite a bit. DJ Scott, he's not quite the passer Shane Truelove was, so I look for more of a run-based scheme because DJ Scott is a lot better runner than Shane was.
Aggies back at the line, 3rd and 3, man in motion again. He'll hand it off to the tailback again. He's through to the left side, and he'll have enough for the first down as he reaches the 20-yard line. Mentioning that offensive line with 4 returning starters, those returning starters, number 71, a 6'2", 312-pound senior from Victoria, Texas, Cullen Oliver, number 74, a 6'2", 327-pound senior from Teleferner, Texas. Matthew Grants, number 75, a 6'4", 280-pound senior from Salado, Texas. Jacob Popple. Here's the fake handoff. Quarterback is going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. He faked a pump. Looked like he wanted to hit that inside receiver on the slant, but he was well covered. The other returning starter, number 77, a 6', 273-pound junior from Austin, Texas, Dominique Thomas. Shotgun formation on 2nd and about 16 yards to go. He'll drop back to pass. Lets it fly over the middle, off the hands of a dropping linebacker and then off the hands of his receiver. Couldn't quite see who that was.
It looked like it was number 1. That's going to be Mikael Hudson.
Hard to concentrate after that ball hits off of another guy's hands.
Yeah.
Because it changes that trajectory. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Aggies here.
That's what some fans were worried about coming into the season. They were wondering if DJ Scott had fixed the accuracy issues he had last year over the summer, and still having a little trouble with it here early.
2 backs in the backfield. Pistol formation. Screen to the left, little high. Still got the ball. Gains back up maybe to the original first down marker. That was Nick West, but Aggies are going to have to send out the kicking unit.
Nick West.
So field goal opportunity here by Steve Clappin.
And we just seen Clappin boot a touchback, so we know he's got the leg for this.
Definitely. Got to be disappointing for the Aggies. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. And it's up and it's good. So with 9:50 left in the first quarter, the Aggies strike first and lead McMurray 3-0. Clock is still running.
No work for 2 weeks. So where are we headed?
How far to the Rocky Mountains?
The distance from your location is 680 miles.
Snowboarding!
No. Forest? Google, is that Bigfoot?
I don't know.
Oh, sweet waves.
Okay, Google, what is the shark situation here?
How far is Death Valley from the Pacific Coast Highway?
California to Death Valley National Park is 441.0 miles.
Dude, I need coffee.
Listings for what is the best coffee. New York City.
So where now?
New York State bridges built in 1923?
Sure.
It's a mobile life at PTCI. Go ahead. Aggies are lined up to kick off again. Leading 3-0. Clapman will handle the kickoff duties again. Here's the boot. Back to the back of the end zone. He'll bring it out. Up near the 20-yard line, he's going to be wrangled down by a host of Aggies.
Good stop there. Puts the Aggie defense in good position to start out this drive.
We've got a flag on the field as well.
I take it back.
Well, McMurray just improved their field possession with that face mask call. That's going to give them an extra 15 yards. They would have started, looks like, just inside the 20-yard line.
Is Bank of Panhandle. We'd also like to thank.
Yeah, you have to wonder if on this drive they're going to try to pick on Warren Dillon again. He gave up that first down the first drive, but it'll be interesting to see if he recovers there. Plays a little tighter coverage.
Yeah, the Aggie defense looked good after that first play. Of course, they were helped by a mishandled handoff that put McMurray in a bad situation with about second down and about 20. There's not a lot of things left in the playbook when that happens. So you're just hoping you can maneuver the ball up and get a first down at that point. So McMurray back out there, first and 10. Another stoppage of play.
And you see the corners here. They're giving the receivers not too much cushion, but enough to show them the respect for the speed.
41 seconds.
Having trouble with the clock tonight as they were running it after the score earlier, and a little trouble here. So hopefully they'll be able to get that straightened out. Shotgun formation with a back to his right again. Two splits to each side. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper on the read option. He'll get up to about the 35-yard line, so a gain of maybe 3 yards. You can see who was on the tackle there.
Couldn't tell from here, but that's the way you want to sell a play fake.
By Adrian Johnson.
Fooled me up here, so if you can fool the fans, usually you got the other team fooled as well.
That tackle was by the linebacker, number 39, Adrian Johnson. Second down and 7 yards to go. There's a handoff back to the left. He's up near the 40-yard line. Hard hit. Good open field tackle.
That's Terrell Fallon on the tackle.
Number 37.
Brings up third down.
Terrell Fallon, just a freshman, 6'1", 170 pounds, but he put a smack on him there.
Come on, Aggie Nation, let's get rowdy.
Bring up a 3rd and 3. Aggies in tight man on their defense.
See if we can get another stop here and maybe force another punt. That'd be a great start to this game for the Aggie defense.
Handoff, he'll head to the left, gets outside the defense. He's up past the 50-yard line. He's going to be brought down by Warren Dillon, but not till he's in OPSU territory at around the 45-yard line, where it'll be first down for the Warhawks. Their first move into OPSU territory.
And Wade Bartholomew, he looks like a strong runner. The arm tackles aren't going to bring him down here, and that's what the end tried to do on that play.
He's a short, compact runner. Warhawks get the signal from their sideline. One of these teams that'll come to the line, make a call, then look to the sideline. Quick throw outside. Ball's loose again. Second fumble, but Three Aggies went for the tackle. The ball scooted away, and nothing but McMurray players to recover it. So it'll be second down and about 5 yards to go as the ball is just shy of the 40-yard line for McMurray.
And McMurray using almost the opposite game plan, running a more spread out formation than the Aggies, and trying to get that pass going early, trying to mix it up with the counter runs a bit. Aggies relying on the run, McMurray relying on the pass right now.
There's a handoff up the middle, and he'll be close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be maybe a half a yard short. So it'll be third down again. That's pretty short yardage to go. Less than a yard. Quickly to the line, behind the snap, no movement. And the Aggies stop him from getting the first down, so it's going to be fourth down. Just a fantastic job by the defense as they came under center for the first time and tried to quick snap that and just run the quarterback sneak. But the Aggies just got a fantastic push. That defensive line and the linebackers filling the gap just did a fantastic job.
There's a lot of weight on that defensive line. They didn't have enough weight on the O-line to run that sneak, and man, instantly in the backfield was the line.
So that means on fourth down they're going for it, but back in the shotgun formation, they'll roll out to the left. Dives forward, and looks like he did make it. His forward progress just across the 35-yard line. Looked like the Aggies might have had him for about a 3-yard loss, but just couldn't quite bring him down. So it's another first down for McMurray. Clock now at 6:20.
And aside from a couple of runs and that one pass play, the Aggie defense has been playing pretty solid. There was times last year that the defense had some pores in it, but not right now.
Pistol formation this time. Hand off to the right. And he's going to be brought down after about a 2-yard gain. So quickly back to the line, 2nd and 8. They'll stay in the same formation. They'll split the running back out to the right. Trips on that side. 2 on the left. And getting a signal from the sideline. Aggies in a 3-3-5 defense against this spread set, and we've got a delay of game penalty. Take a little too long trying to get all that play changing around, and it cost them 5.
Yeah, you got to keep your eye on the play clock, and they were trying to figure out what they were going to do out of this 5-wide set, and I'm sure they're using that to exploit the Aggies' corner depth, but just didn't quite work out that time as they didn't get the play off in time.
Saw Juwan Purifoy come into the game. Got back for the pass, going deep along the sideline, well over the head of the receiver along the sideline.
Airtight coverage there by Dylan, and he was the one who allowed the first down earlier, but really recovered that play to lock the receiver down.
Yeah, good coverage there. 3rd and 13. They'll split out 2 to each side again. Move the back to the left side. All really in the center of the field. Drop back, looking to throw. Inside receiver has it, and he's going to be brought down, but not until he's inside the 20-yard line at about the 16-yard line for another Warhawk first down. Able to hit his inside receiver there. Warhawks quickly to the line, really waiting for the first down markers to be set. Soon as they are, handoff. And he's still on his feet, finally wrangled down there.
And that's going to be Barthélemy again. They've been relying on him a lot on this drive.
And he's done well for them. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Trying to set a quick pace here and keep the Aggies on their heels as they move down the field.
Here's the snap, drops back for the pass. He's going to have to scramble out to his right. Down the sideline, he'll step out of bounds.
Ooh.
And falls hard to the turf as he was hit just as he was going out of bounds. That was Dominic Bell there. So it'll be third down. Looked like he only picked up about 2, so it'll be third down and 6 yards to go. Clock now at 4 minutes left, 4:01 left in this first quarter. Aggies still leading 3-0.
Sportsline conduct, the 21 feet, excuse me, 21 offense.
And number 21 on the offense for McMurray is going to cost them some field position with an unsportsmanlike penalty. He probably thought that his quarterback was hit a little bit late, but he was hit while he was still in bounds and stumbled on his own after he'd reached the track around the field.
And a big miscue for wide receiver Emmanuel Malumba. They were in pretty good position, and now they're a little farther
I
back.
can't hear you, Aggie fans. Let's get
Coach is going to be a little upset with them after that.
Back at the 28-yard line, and they need to get all the way to the 7. Drops back for the pass. Plenty of time. Throw over the middle. It's behind his receiver. And Troy Joseph got his hand on it. DB for the Aggies, but ball falls innocently to the turf. It's going to be fourth down. Looks like the McMurray offense will stay on the field. Would have been a pretty long field goal, so they'll go ahead and go for it. No sense in punting when you're inside the other team's 30-yard line. And he does quick kick it, though. And ball hits inside the 10-yard line, so that's where the Aggies will take over. First and 10 with 3:28 still left in the first quarter, leading 3-0.
That's something I don't ever see a lot, is the quick kick in college. See it in high school every once in a while.
It was a smart play there. I mean,
Put some back knees.
the chances of getting a 25-yard gain or so to get the first down are pretty difficult. Now they've pinned the Aggies back inside their own 10-yard line.
Makes you wonder how they feel about their kicker, though, you know. Not too far for a college kicker, but I guess they didn't feel he had the leg for it, so they do the quick kick.
Aggies at the line, 2 splits to the right of the formation, single back. They'll pitch it to the left. He's through the line, up past the 15-yard line.
And deep in your own territory is when the power run game really serves you well as an offense. Allows you to get a little farther away from your goal line, get a little breathing room so you're not pressed up against there, thinking you might get a safety.
5-yard gain on first down. You'll take that. So 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation for Scott. They'll hand it off to the left. He's out wide, tripped up, but he's going to have enough for a first down as he's out past the 20-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him down at about the 22, 23-yard line. So that's what you always want to do inside your 10-yard line. Get that first down. Make sure you get a little more better field possession in case you have to punt.
Absolutely, and what's deceptive with Ogman's size is also the speed he has.
Pass to the sideline, almost intercepted. Defensive back Charles Smith stepped in front of that one.
Bit of an errant throw there by Scott. He's got to clean that up a little bit or there's going to be some mistakes made. There it's James checking into the game at receiver. Looks like
2 backs in the backfield. They're pistol formation here. Hand off to the tailback again to the left, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of about a yard or maybe close to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Aggies.
And Ogman made a cut in the backfield, and that's something over the summer that Coach Gascamp was telling them never to do. Never cut in the backfield, get past the line of scrimmage, then make your cut and try to make something happen.
Well, and McMurray's penetration there, they had good penetration from the defensive line that probably caused a little bit of that. Not the best blocking play by the Aggie line on that one. Same pistol formation, and they're going to get a motion penalty. It's going to bring them back and make it 3rd and 15. You got to avoid those kind of penalties. Pre-snap penalties are never good. You'll live with some of the aggression penalties, but you don't want to get any of those kind of penalties. Same pistol formation. Scott calls out the play. He'll drop back to pass. Throws it out to the right, up to the 20, the 25. And they'll mark him down there just past the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down, and the Aggies will punt.
And it looked like what that was for was just to get a little more distance on the punt, because threw it well behind the first down line. Didn't push the ball downfield, which avoids a mistake, but he's going to have to be one heck of an athlete to get the first down there.
And got it to a sure-handed receiver, not a guy who was going to scat back past people.
Yep.
Jacob Tess, the punter, gets off a good kick. Ball caught at the 30, and he's going to be brought down right there. Fantastic tackle, number 40, Jawan Purifoy. What a tackle. Flag on the field as well. We'll have to see what that is. It'll be 1st and 10 for McMurray inside the 30-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is.
That'll take him back a little further.
Illegal block in the back. We'll bring him back 10 yards, so that'll take him back inside the 20-yard line to the 19. So combination of a great kick from Test and also the penalty really allows the Aggies to swap the field. Now it's up to their defense to give their offense another opportunity, good offensive opportunity.
Bit of a high number of penalties so far. It's not something you usually see out of this team. Coach Gaskamp usually keeps them well disciplined, but McMurray setting the pace on penalties right now.
40 seconds left in this first quarter. Aggies still lead 3-0. Turn, handoff. Had to avoid one of the Aggie players. He's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage anyway, but one of them was turned around with his back face to him.
Almost made the tackle going backwards.
Right as he got the handoff. So, and it looks like they'll mark it right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10. They may just let this clock run out.
See if they try to get a play off here before the end of the quarter.
Trips to the right of the formation.
And they do snap it.
He'll throw a fade pattern to the other side. It's intercepted, but that's going to be brought back for a pass interference penalty.
Should be offensive pass interference, it looks like.
Three flags on the play, so it's not going to be much to argue with here.
Now, it looked as if the receiver come and blocked the corner to the ground before the defense. I didn't see the pass interference on the defense there. I'm not sure what Dylan was supposed to do there, because before the ball was even in play, before it was thrown, he was blocked to the ground.
And so pass interference against the Aggies will cost them 15 yards and also will give McMurray a first down at the 36-yard line. They'll run one untimed down. Before this first quarter is over. So two splits to each side. Pistol formation for McMurray. There's a snap. The running back went to the opposite side. Breaks the tackle, breaks the second tackle, gets outside, up past the 40, brought down near the 44-yard line. Aggies should have had him in the backfield for a stop, but we've come to the end of the first quarter, and it's OPSU Aggies 3, McMurray Warhawks 0. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. And we are ready for the start of the second quarter. It's second down and about 2 yards to go for McMurray. Shotgun formation. Direct snap to the running back. He'll run to the wide side of the field, cuts up. He's going to be hit right at the 45-yard line. driven back a little bit, so it'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go. And they'll mark him up past the 45. And that is a fantastic spot he received, because it did not look at all like he made.
Wow.
I mean, it looked like he was a yard short of that.
Wow.
He was hit. It looked like his forward progress was at about the 45-yard line. I'm not sure who saw him go to the 46, but nevertheless, it's 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. Another direct snap to the running back. Tries to go up the middle. Flag on the field. Up past the 50-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
And
5 yards. Still 1st down.
Aggies were offside on that one, so they'll go ahead and take that penalty because they gained 6 yards. They'll go ahead and take at free 5 and still be 1st down.
And interesting situation here. We've seen a couple of passes get away from McMurray quarterback Kevin Hurley before they switched sides of the field, and now he's driving into the sun. It's fair to wonder if more passes are going to get away from him now that the sun's in his eyes.
Could be a factor. We'll have to watch that. Still sorting things out on the field as the chain markers left a little early. They don't move on the. It's a 1st and 5 for the Warhawks. Pistol formation. Power back to his right as well. 2 splits to the right, 1 to the left. Turn, handoff to the tailback. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Number 58 for the Aggies, David Smith. Great penetration on that play.
And this Aggie defense is playing really well at times. If they can avoid the mistakes, this might be a low-scoring affair, but the Aggie defense is keeping it that way right now.
Yeah, the penalties have been costly, but boy, they have done a great job defensively. Quarterback rolls to his right. He'll let it go. Ball caught into Aggie territory past the 40-yard line. That's going to be another 1st down, and that's the thing about the game of football. You can be great on 1st down, you can be great on 2nd down defensively, but if you don't stop them on 3rd down, it's not going to matter.
And a miscue for Marcus McCants. He's a solid corner, and a senior, so that's something you rarely see out of him. So it's a bit surprising to see him get beat on the play like that.
You got to be solid on all 3 downs, and sometimes even on 4th down.
Yeah, that's
get
why
him off the
conditioning
field.
is so important in the game.
13 minutes left in this 1st half. Aggies leading 3-0. Hand off up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up. Several Aggies there. Just great penetration again. They'll mark him right at that line of scrimmage again. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
And that's just swarming to the football right there. A whole host of Aggies bringing them down or stopping the progress. And I don't think I've ever met a defensive coordinator who doesn't stress that.
Trips formation to the wide side of the field. Fakes the handoff, throws out there, a little bubble screen. Oh, and a lifts him off his feet, sends him flying. Dillon came up, penetrated through the blocks, and made a great tackle there.
And Trevion Harris for the Warhawks, he's been a playmaker here early for them.
3rd and 7 now. There's a snap, quick throw out along the sideline, busts through 2 tackles, falls over one of the Aggie defenders, and makes it to the 25. That's going to be another 1st down for McMurray.
Methodical drive by them now. Had a couple of drives hampered by penalties and miscues earlier, but they're doing fine right now. And the Aggie defense is on its heels, getting close to its own goal line here. They need to tighten up if they want to continue pitching a shutout.
There's a handoff, straight up the gut. That's going to be a nice gain for him. Looks like he got about 8 yards. Got a new platoon of defensive linemen coming in, as it has been a long drive here.
Yeah.
Murray quickly back at the line again. 2nd and 3 yards to go. Clock at about 11 minutes left to play in this first half. Aggies still leading 3-0. Quick pass out to the wide side of the field. He's inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be another Warhawk first down. You can see their coach over there waving his arm, trying to get them to hurry back to the line, not waste any time.
I want to keep this momentum going here.
There's a handoff.
Close to the goal line.
That's going to be brought down at about the 2-yard line.
And really, the Aggies want Jordan Bars to serve as their anchor here. He's about 5'8", 275 pounds. So he serves as a stopgap up the middle.
So pistol formation, trips to the left, handoff up the middle. Defense is there. They're able to bring him down. Looks like even maybe for a short loss on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Line judge said they spotted it at a gain. Oh, well, now they took him back.
Let's go, Aggies. Let's get rowdy down there.
3rd down from about the 3-yard line. Pistol formation, power back to his right hand up. Looks like he may be short again. Did the Aggies hold him out? Yes, they did.
A good goal line stand there, 4th down. Let's see if they go for it or if they finally bring out their kicker, and they're going to go for it.
Jasper Smiley didn't make the tackle, but his penetration straight ahead of the quarterback. He's going to be stopped, it looks like. Brought down, and the Aggies have held them over the goal line. It's Aggie football. Great defense there.
Great goal line stand by the Aggies. Defensive coordinator has to be really proud of his guys right there. And I think it really helped that they brought in some fresh defensive linemen right there close to the goal line.
Well, that's the second time they've tried that quarterback sneak. And both times the Aggie defense has been there to make the stop, so they got to be happy with their goal line defense.
Oh yeah, now starts the hard part, getting your offense back off the goal line.
That's just what quarterback DJ Scott's going to try to do.
And the good thing about this, the Aggies are a good, solid running team, and DJ Scott gives them multiple options to run the ball out of the backfield here. So
Cedric Aggieman lining up way about the middle of the end zone. Fake the pitch to him. They hand it off to the fullback. So a short gain, be 2nd down, a little over a yard he gained, so 2nd and long, 8.
By George Dominguez.
That's going to be freshman George Dominguez with that run.
George Dominguez from over at Turpin, so a local kid.
It's good to see some hometown guys get some reps.
So Scott under center, single back formation. He'll hand it off to Aggieman. There's a hole through there, up past the 10-yard line. And that was a big gain-saving tackle there.
Once again, the deceptive speed by Aggieman. Breaks out there, finds a hole, gets out past the 10. And hard part's over. Now they just got to keep this drive going.
First down here.
I guess. Unless you're taking it to someone else.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Shotgun formation, a back to each side. Hand off to Aggieman to the wide side of the field. And he's going to be brought down, but not till after he was past the 20-yard line. So a nice gain on 1st down.
Nine-yard run by Cedric Aggieman.
A 9-yard run, it'd be 2nd down and 1 yard to go.
And a solid start to this drive. Very methodical moving down the field right now, and if they keep this up.
So Scott under center. Single back formation again. He's looking to pass. And tucks it in, runs forward. He'll get back past the 35-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
And I believe that's why he ended up as the starter. His athletic ability, his ability to break the pocket when he needs to. Really serves well for this Aggie offense. can run with the running back, you can run with the quarterback, and then once they get focused on the run, play action pass game will serve you well.
Tight formation here for the Aggies. Even their splits are split pretty close. Hand off that ball on the ground. Running back got it back though. That was not Aggiman as Aggiman runs back out on the field there.
That would have
That
been,
was DJ Corsi, the 5'11", 185-pound sophomore from Wichita Falls. That was his first carry of the night.
occupying the number 2 spot, normally occupied by Agaman, but Preston Baker out for this game, so Agaman gets into the starting lineup, and Corsi backing him up.
2nd and 12 now for the Aggies. Aggiman back in the game. They'll hand it off to him to the short side of the field. He's brought down after he just crosses the 35-yard line, so he got it back to the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Aggies. And they're going to take out one of their tight ends, bring in one of their wide receivers. They're going to split out. Looks like they'll be in a shotgun formation.
Let's see if they dial up a screen here.
There's the snap, looking to his right. Now he'll roll out to the wide side of the field. In trouble, though. Too many defenders there. And he's going to be brought down after maybe a short game. So Aggies are going to have to punt again with 6 minutes left to play in this first half. Still leading 3-0, though.
The way this defense is playing, the defense is keeping them in it right now. The offense not showing too much. The receiver's not able to get a lot of separation, but the defense is keeping them well in this game right now and might go into the half with a 3-0 score.
You know, with Aggiman carrying the ball in the first quarter 6 times for 42 yards, he's averaging 7 yards a carry, so they've really gotten what they wanted running the ball. It's been the miscues that have hurt them.
Yep.
There's the punt caught inside the 30-yard line, up past the 30. He's going to be brought down there at about the 30 by Purifoy, who's been great on these special teams.
Oh, yeah.
At this time, we'd like to thank our OPSU athletic staff, Athletic Director Megan McKay, Associate Athletic Director Russell Gaskamp, Assistant Athletic Director Victor Esparza, Sports Information Director Justine Gaskamp, and Head Athletic Trainer Brian Langford.
So the Aggie defense back out on the field. They could feel some fatigue, even though their spirits have got to be high after that holding them in that goal line last time. But still, you stay on the field for that many plays. And a short pass. Gain a little more than 5. There was a flag on the field. We'll have to see what this is.
And McMurray trying to wear the Aggies down with this up-tempo offense here. And when you have the receivers running routes every play, even when they're just designed as disguised routes, really tires the backs.
Number 61. 5-yard foul. First down.
Well, what we had is that play was delayed a little bit. The quarterback looked like he wanted to throw it pretty quickly. Offensive lineman went down the field too far. They're allowed to go 3 yards, which is just crazy. The NFL allows 1 yard, but college football allows 3 yards down the field. But apparently he went even further than that. And of course, the reason for that is that you can't allow linemen to run down the field and block. People have to know whether it's going to be a pass or, that's why they're wanting to do that, is make people think that's going to be a run when it's a pass play and try to make a big play. So it's still first down, but it's going to be first down and about 15 yards to go. Fakes the short pass, throws back out, short pass the other side. Great coverage there.
Solid tackle for a loss by the Aggies. And once again, swarming to the ball. That's something they've done well tonight.
What a hit by number 14,
Another
Nick
loss
Shields.
puts the McMurray Warhawks in a bad situation right here.
Nick Shields made a great play there as he came up and made that tackle. So it's going to be second down, 16 yards to go, as that was really for a loss of 1 yard. They've got trips, a bunch formation to the right side of the formation this time. Man in motion. We'll have 2 on each side. Thrown right up the middle to the inside receiver. Pass incomplete. It was behind him a little bit. That helped out a little bit. He was open.
And Kevin Hurley Jr. looks like a solid passer, but doesn't seem like he's really built to bail him out of these long yardage situations.
3rd and 16 now. Aggies with an opportunity to get off the field. This is where they've struggled at times and allowed McMurray to continue on with these drives. There's a snap. He'll roll out to his right. He's going to be hit and sacked.
Did you say that's about 4th down and 22? That's the way.
And Brayden Price for the sack.
Tristan Inman, number 62, and also Braden Price, both in on that sack. So 4th down and a very long ways to go. So they'll punt. Marcus McCants back to receive the punt. Kevin Hurley, the quarterback, also the punter. Not a great punt. It rolls inside the 40, though, grabbed by McCants. And he's going to be tackled right away.
And I wonder if Kevin Hurley is also the punter so they can save a roster spot because they have a lot of faith in their offense, or what exactly the situation is there. But he's listed as the starting punter on our 2-deep. Which, if you want to save a roster spot, that puts a lot of effort, a lot of pressure on your offense when you don't have a punter.
3:15 left to play in this first half. Aggies with 1st and 10, just inside their 35 at the 34-yard line, leading 3-0. Pistol formation, 2 split to the wide side of the field, 1 to the short. Quick throw out there to the inside receiver. Gets by 1 tackler, but he's brought down now after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Pass caught by Miguel Hudson, completed by DJ Scott.
And a 4-yard gain, so 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Quickly to the line. Quarterback keeper on the read option, breaks through that tackle. He's got a 1st down, and he's going to be not going to be brought down until he goes past the 45-yard line.
DJ Scott.
That's a beautiful showing of athleticism by DJ Scott. And you can tell the Aggies want to be methodical on offense, and if they can, that's going to wear this defense out eventually.
Ball marked right at the 45. They'll option to the wide side of the field. Pitches Aggiman, breaks the tackle. He's up, pushing forward near the 50-yard line. He's going to be just short of a 5-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Clock running, just under 2:40 left to play in this half.
4-yard run by Cedric Altman.
Driving his feet, and that's what you're supposed to do as a running back.
It feels like that was a bad spot. It looked like he reached all the way up just short of the line at the 50-yard line, but they marked him back all the way back at the 49. Not really sure about that, so 2nd and 6. Play clock at 3, 2, just gets it off. Hand off to Aggiman, up past the 50-yard line, up into McMurray territory at the 44-yard line.
And now this puts
once again, marking him a yard short of where he ended up.
I can't hear you, Aggie fans.
Man.
Let's make some noise.
He was easily up at the 44-yard line and marked back at the 43.
You could tell the man with the yard marker thought he was up a little further, but the referee says no, take it back one. Couple of odd spots today.
Minute and a half left to play. Hand off to the fullback, and he's going to have a 1st down.
No way to spot him short that time.
Yeah, they spotted him right where he landed that time, so that's good. At the 44-yard line. Clock stop. Wow. 1st down marker reset. 1:25 to play.
And the Aggie offense don't want to jinx it, but they're moving the ball well right now. Wondering if they're going to reset the play clock.
Pistol formation. Hand off to Aggiman to the short side of the field. Breaks the tackle to the 40, inside the 35. Slung down at about the 31-yard line. That's going to be another first down for the Aggies. Just over a minute to play. 1 minute, 6 seconds left. And we've got a timeout on the field. 1:06 left to play. It's OPSU 3, McMurray 0.
And Hurricane Harvey. Down to the sideline, please.
I don't think anybody does, except Indiana.
Aggies back at the line. Pistol formation. Hand off to Aggiman up the middle. He's inside the 25, up to the 20-yard line. They'll mark him at the 21, it looks like. And we've got a hurt Aggie on the field. That's Miguel Hudson.
Hopefully it's not serious.
Let's hear it for that young man.
Oh, Hudson will walk off the field.
And that's a good sign.
Yeah, Aggies did lose 10 seconds as the clock was under a minute to play and an injury, so 48 seconds left. I believe they could have used a timeout there if they wanted to, but they decided not to. So it's 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. In 48 seconds, that's plenty of time with where they are on the field. So pistol formation, clock is running again. Drops back to pass, throws it out to Aggiman, throws it a little bit behind him and just too low. Oh, incomplete pass, that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I'm trying to hit Aggiman on the swing route, and Aggiman's been really solid in the run game today and hasn't gotten as many yards on the pass and just a little underthrown there for him.
Yeah, as wide open as he was, you have to, that short pass, you've got to be able to make that pass accurate. Let him hit it in stride. Drop back to pass again. He's going to take off on a run inside the 15. He's not going to be brought down till he's at the 11 or 12-yard line. 31 seconds left.
Aggiman had a chance to deliver a block there, just couldn't quite get his head around in time. And
we've got a timeout on the field. 31.6 seconds left to play in the half. It's OPSU 3, McMurray 0. So out of the timeout, 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Ball marked at the 12-yard line. Aggies leading 3-0 with 32 seconds left to play in this first half. Hand off to Aggiman. He's inside the 5, inside near the 1-yard line. He's in for the touchdown! Just a fantastic run by Cedric Aggiman.
And that's what they like about Aggiman. He hardly ever, I'll say, gets tackled by the first man. It always takes 2 or 3 guys to bring him down, and that allows them to get extra yards, and that time it allows them to score. Makes it a 9-0 game.
And we talked about the downhill running, but what helped with that experienced offensive line allowed him to take the handoff, and he was past the line of scrimmage before he was touched.
Absolutely.
Clap him up for the extra point. There's the hold. The kick is good. And the OPSU Aggies take a 10-0 lead over the McMurray Warhawks with just 17.5 seconds left in this first half. So the Aggies back out on the field for the kickoff. Referee did have them set the clock back to 26 seconds. I had said 17.5. They've had some struggles with the clock tonight.
It's been an adventure.
First night jitters, I guess you could say. Aggies break the huddle. They'll split out. Clapham will measure off his steps and ready himself for the kickoff. Possibly a squib kick coming up here, and they do. Ball picked up inside the 30, bobbled around one of the up men. He's up at past the 30-yard line, past the 35. and he's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line. 18.7 seconds left to play. This is one of those times Coach is saying, don't let anybody behind you.
Absolutely, and I'd be surprised if they don't run something similar to a prevent right here.
Kind of that umbrella defense, make everybody stay in bounds.
And
Of course, McMurray's going to have timeouts here still, so they could use those as well. So the middle of the field's still open to them as well, too. Ayers drops back for the pass. He's in trouble, gets out. He's going to be sacked. Ball's loose. Ball is still loose. Aggies pick it up, and they've got it inside the 25-yard line with 7.6 seconds left to play. They've got an opportunity to add some more points.
Recovered by Nathan Leafhead from Colorado Springs, and he looks to be a dynamic playmaker for him this entire season. They're excited to see what they can get out of him.
The Aggie defensive line has put pressure on the McMurray quarterback all night long, and they just came up with a huge play right there.
Beautifully played, and they should at least be able to get a field goal out of this.
So Aggies will come out, pistol formation, two splits to it, or trips to his right, drops back to pass. He's got to let it go quick, heads for the end zone, and it is intercepted in the end zone. He's up past the 20-yard line. He'll be brought down, still on his feet along the sideline. Flag on the field. He's brought down inside the 40-yard line. Of course, clock did run out. We'll have to see what the penalty is.
And the first flag comes out near the 20, so it feels like that might be a block in the back penalty, but I'm not sure what the second one was.
It's probably the end of the half, but we'll have to wait and see. That was worth the risk for the OPSU to go ahead and throw that.
Absolutely.
Take a shot in the end zone.
You got to take your chances when you're gifted something like that, a possession right at the end of the half. There's not a lot of risk in going for it, so.
Blocking the back on the return team. The foul is declined by rule of the half inch.
And so at the half, the OPSU Aggies lead the McMurray Warhawks 10-0. We'll be back with the second half in a little while. Turn it off.
Please help us welcome President, Chairman, and CEO Steve Baggerly. Steve is joined by officers Paul Montgomery, Jim Quimby, Sharon Wilson, and Christine Scott, along with Coulter, Edric, Catherine Martin, Zach LeBach, Kim Wing, and Mary Jane Wood. Let's hear it for this great team from the Bank of Panhandle. Thank you for your generous support of Panhandle State University and Aggie Athletics. Oklahoma Panhandle State University has excelled in both aspects, and this year's edition of the College National Finals Rodeo was no exception as they brought home yet another National Men's Teams Championship. Please welcome the CNFR competitors in the 2017-2018 Rodeo team. The members of the National Championship team include Jake Finlay, Will Martin, Cody Ballard, Nate Johnsrud, Dylan Riggins, Josh Frost, and Ben Johnsrud. In a true team effort, Panhandle State qualified 6 men to the short go, and that's what led them to their 6th national championship. On the women's side, Randy Buchanan rounded out a dominating collegiate rodeo career at Panhandle State by qualifying for the short go in the breakaway roping. Buchanan can also competed in the barrel racing along with teammate Melanie Roman, who finished in the top 20. The team is coached by head coach Robert Egbauer, assistant coach Shelby Weeder, and rodeo assistant Sue Egbauer. Along with leading the team to their 6th national title, Robert was named Central Plains Region Coach of the Year for the 3rd time in his career. Another valuable member of the Panhandle State Rodeo team also received regional honors at the conclusion of last season. Rambo, the 18-year-old stud horse owned by the Ittbauer family, was voted Central Plains Region Horse of the Year for the 5th time. On behalf of the coaching staff and the entire team, we would like to thank everybody for their support and are looking forward to another great year. If you would like an autographed poster of the 2017 national champions, they will be handing them out at the tent located by the concession stand. Let's have a big round of applause for your championship Panhandle State Rodeo team.
And we are ready for second half action of OPSU Aggie football. Aggies leading 10-0 over the McMurray War Eagles, or War Hawks, I'm sorry.
It's important to note the bird difference.
Yeah, obviously that would be Auburn with the War Eagle call. So War Hawks. OPSU won the opening coin toss, and they're going to benefit from that because they did defer to the second half. So even leading 10-0, they're going to receive and have a chance to add to their total.
And Miguel Hudson, who got injured earlier in the game, he's back out there looking ready to return for the Aggies. So it's good to know that wasn't serious.
And here's the kick. Ball loose on the ground. He'll down it in the end zone. Wise decision. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aggies at the 25-yard line. Well, the Aggies offense heading out onto the field, trying to build on this 10-0 lead.
And the running game has served them well so far. Their only touchdown coming off a rush by Cedric Ogman.
The OPSU bookstore has a new
up over the century mark rushing already.
5.8 yards per carry. You'll take that.
Yeah.
And so, offsides penalty called on McMurray on the kickoff. The Aggies decide to force them to re-kick. See if they can get a little bit better field position out of it than the 25.
The rushing game has served them well now. 11 first downs for Panhandle State, 10 of them by the rush.
It is amazing to watch them after watching them these past few years and seeing them spread out and throw it all over the place. They like to run out of that read option out of it too, but here's the kick.
Little bobble with it once again.
Picked up, brought out to about the 25-yard line, and looks like that's exactly where they're going to be. So 1st and 10 right there at the 25. Didn't really pick anything up by having them re-kick it. And now they'll try to add to this 10-0 lead.
And let's see if with the lead they come out and start taking some chances here early or try to stick with the run.
Looks like we've got a different quarterback.
I believe
Number
that's John
10.
Polston.
John Polston in the game. He'll line up in a shotgun formation. Ball's on the ground, picks it up. He's just going to have to run with it, trying to get outside, up past the 30, up to about the 31, so got 6 yards on the play, which is just incredible when you consider that ball was on the ground. Just glad that they kept possession.
A little miscue, but makes something out of nothing, turns it into a solid play.
2nd and 4. Olsen takes a snap, hands it off to the wide side of the field. Falls forward just short of the 35, and looks like they'll mark him down at about the 33. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That was Agaman again, who had a nice first half. Included that touchdown. Pistol formation. And we're going to have a penalty here. Looks like that's probably going to be false start on the offense.
A couple of miscues here early, and before the false start, at the same time as the false start, you can see that snap didn't go right into his hands. A little bit to his left once again, and that's not what you want to see to start off this second half. The 10-0 cushion gives you a little bit of leeway to test out one of your backup quarterbacks, but
didn't look like DJ Scott had any kind of injury or anything.
Now number 12, Brandon Ramon in the game.
Brandon Ramon in, so a third quarterback. So Ramon drops back to pass. He's looking to the wide side of the field. He's hit. They'll say it was incomplete. That was close to being a fumble, but they'll say that's just a incomplete pass, but that's going to be fourth down. So two different quarterbacks in the game other than the starter Scott in this first series. Not sure why. So back to punt. Jacob Test, 5'10", 185-pound junior from Texhoma. Just down the road, 10 miles. There's the boot. Gone up in the wind a little bit. Good bounce, though. It's going to roll inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Very favorable bounce.
What looked like it wasn't going to be a great kick turned out to be a great one.
You always get a little bit worried when a punt starts to hang up there like that. And let's see if this Aggie defense can pick up where they left off in the second half. Left off in the first half, picking it up in the second half. And they've played really well throughout this thing so far, still pitching the shutout.
Pistol formation again, two splits to each side, a back behind him. He'll throw quickly to the outside, incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Dylan rushing up to make the play if the catch was made.
Complete, intended for Ariel Dorsey.
Aggies sticking with that 3-3-5 defense. Of course, when a team spreads you out like this, you don't have much of a choice other than going with that 3-3-5 unless you're going to add another DB. He'll roll out to the wide side. Quick throw outside. Caught up to the 30-yard line. Dragged out of bounds almost immediately. That was by number 59, Nate Leadhead. We've got another injured Aggie on the field. 13:15 left to play in the third quarter. It's OPSU 10, McMurray 0. So the injured Aggie is number 58, David Smith, a defensive end. And either a shoulder or arm injury there. Looks like the way they're holding him there. I won't speculate past that. Hopefully it's just a stinger up in the shoulder. Sometimes it's just that. You got to work that out.
And if this is serious, that's going to be a bad deal for the Aggies because he's been a solid presence on the defensive line all night.
Oh, yeah, wreaking havoc in that backfield as well.
Let's get
Third and about a yard to go. Looks like there's going to be another direct snap to the running back. He's going to run behind that power side. And then break through and bring him down for a big loss. Number 59, Nate Leadhead with the tackle. It's going to be 4th and long, and that's going to force McMurray to punt.
Tackle behind the line by Nathan
Just
Leadhead.
beautiful defense so far throughout this thing.
Great penetration.
Trying to get everybody
A little bit of
switched out.
chaos trying to get them switched in and out. And they were able to get all of them off in time.
McMurray looks like they're having a little confusion on their side as well. So
Looks like Aggies were one short, and then they saw their quarterback, forgot that their quarterback is the punter, so Timeout on the field. 12:27 left to play in in this third quarter. Aggies 10, McMurray 0. So back out on the field, out of the timeout, 4th and 5 for McMurray. Looks like they're lining up to go for it. He may quick kick it, but they do have a person deep. And he does quick kick it. Almost, that was partially blocked. That one's going to go out of bounds at about the 50-yard lines. So McMurray kind of got cute there, and it cost them field position big time. And the Aggies are going to be in a position to go score some points.
And I think they got to kind of have to do what they can with that formation, because their quarterback is the punter, but he doesn't seem like a guy with a very strong leg. And he's botched a couple of them here tonight. So.
Well, and of course he did quick kick it because he couldn't.
Yeah.
He didn't line up far enough back that he could get a step into it. Obviously, as it was partially blocked. So 1st and 10 for the Aggies at the McMurray 45-yard line.
Is that Ramon out at quarterback again, I believe?
Ramon back out at quarterback. He'll line up under center this time, hand off to Aggiman, and he scoots forward for a gain of about 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7.
That's going to be Coursey as he's checking out, and Aggiman checks in.
Coursey on the run there, you're right. Aggiman back in the game. Yeah, they'll only give him 2 yards on that one, so 2nd and 8. Back under center, man in motion. Turn, hand off to Aggiman. To the right, cuts inside. Get inside a tackler, good run. That's going to make it 3rd and short of about a yard.
7-yard run by Cedric Ogden.
Of course, it was on the other side of the field. That looks again like it's about a yard short of where he went down, but nevertheless, it's 3rd and 2. And in motion again as they'll go quickly in line, this time to the wide side of the field, back to Aggiman, up past the 35. 1st down, Aggies at the 34-yard line.
And some nice running by Aggiman here in his first couple of carries.
He'll come out for at least a play or two as Coursey goes back in at the tailback spot. That has been their feature.
And the good thing about switching them out is you can keep both of your backs fresh and get a change of look at the same time.
Pistol formation. Looks to throw. He's going to have to let that one go. Does have a man out there wide. Couple yard gain. That's number 85, Seth Barbarino. We've got a flag on the field as well. Let's see what this call is. And this time it's the Aggies' turn to have an illegal man downfield. One of the linemen. That play took a little while, and sometimes those linemen will kind of matriculate down a little further than they're supposed to. So that's going to make it still 1st down, but it's going to be 1st down and 15 yards to go.
The good news here, Ramon is probably about the most accurate passer on the roster when it comes to the deep ball.
Just under 11 minutes still to play, 3rd quarter. Aggies leading 10-0. Hand off. No, quarterback keeps it. Throws wide. Back to Barbarino for about the same gain as he did before. We've got another flag on the field. The umpire throws his flag. It looks like it's going to be another illegal man downfield again. Coach is deciding whether he wants to take it or not.
Illegal man downfield. Offense from 73. 5 yards. Still 1st down.
That's Diego Arenas, senior guard.
No, I don't remember Diego getting a whole lot of experience in
I can't hear you,
game action
fans.
last year, so this might be just a bit of an experience issue, and he can get it settled down really quick.
1st and 20 now for the Aggies. Back at the 46 44-yard line. Hand off to Corsi. Corsi tries to break it outside. He's up past the 40-yard line. And that's where he'll be brought down at the 39.
And you see the change of pace with Corsi here. He tries to use his speed and lateral ability more than his power as Agamemnon does.
So it'll be second down and 15 yards to go. Gosh back to pass. He'll roll out to the wide side of the field, lets it go down the field. It's intercepted at about the 16-yard line. He's up past the 25, up past the 30-yard line, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 35. And there's going to be a flag, and I bet you that's going to be on the Aggies for a late hit. That's going to add another 15 onto it.
Middle of the Tessel ensuing on the other side.
We'll have to wait and see and make sure, but for starting at the opponent's 45-yard line, I don't see any way this could be considered a good drive, since the other team, it looks like, is going to start further up the field, and the Aggies started their drive.
It's kind of a bad deal. I was talking about Ramon's accuracy, and he showed a lot of accuracy in practice, but still some growing pains to work out in game situations.
He badly overthrew two receivers down the field on that play.
And it's fair to wonder if McMurray scores if they'll pick.
Defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
And they'll mark off the penalty here. There's the Aggies started their drive on the McMurray 45. McMurray is going to start theirs now between the 47 and 48-yard lines. And that's kind of what stopped their offense tonight, is just penalties. It's what's allowed McMurray to continue drives at time, is penalties. So those are the things that they're going to have to clean up after this one, and even in the rest of this second half. Quarterback in the pistol formation. He'll look to the sideline.
Cats lined up deep, giving plenty of cushion to the receiver on this play.
Play clock under 10 seconds, down to 5. Handoff. Out wide, he's going to gain some yards there into OPSU territory, up to about the 46, 47-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Pistol formation. There's a snap, handoff right up the middle again. He stuffed several Aggies right there to blow that play up for no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Crucial down here for the Aggies.
Go ahead.
Continuing to get that push up the middle.
Absolutely swarming to the ball on defense. And
Let's go, Aggie Nation. Let's get rowdy.
what you got to worry about here is assignment football. You don't want to let anybody behind you, but you also don't want to give up any runs up the middle.
And if he quick kicks it, let him quick kick it. But
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
just make
It's not
sure they
going
don't
far.
get the first down. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the short side of the field, has a man open, has the first down as he's knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. 8:34 still left in this third quarter. Aggies leading 10-0. Warhawks quickly to the line.
Trying to keep this tempo going. Split all the way out wide here.
Empty backfield. Quarterback snap, looks to his right, then back to his left, drops the pass. That's probably would have been better for OPSU. He caught it. You had 2 or 3 defenders right there. He would have had to have some impressive moves to get back to the line of scrimmage. That probably would have went for a loss.
Definitely that, and he tried to quick pass it out there, but just a little bit behind his receiver, and we've seen a little bit of that tonight from Kevin Hurley Jr.
Empty backfield once again. Looks to his right. He's wanting to go there. Pressure. He's going to be brought down for another sack. Back at the 40-yard line.
And more penetration on the defense.
Number 49, Dominic Bell with the sack there.
It's third down, Aggie fans. You know what that means. Let's get rowing.
Came through from his linebacker position that time for the sack.
And the offensive line for McMurray is going to have to put some weights in their shoes or something, because the Aggies have been in their backfield all night.
Get louder than that, Aggie Nation.
3rd and 15 now. Drops back for the pass. Pressure already. Has to let it go short. He's out wide, though. He's got open territory inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Missed assignment by one of the Aggie defenders, as he's brought down, looks like at about the 5-yard line. 7:17, the clock running now. 1st and goal.
Let's see if they got another goal line stand in them.
Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Ball is loose! And it looks like McMurray did fall on it.
We've got an Aggie player gripping his knee over here. That's two Aggie players down.
2 more Aggie injuries out there. 6:52 left in the 3rd quarter. It's OPSU 10, McMurray 0. Both Aggie players that were injured able to walk off the field. Number 48, Cameron Lyons, and also number 40, Jawan Purifoy. Purifoy looks like it's just some cramps in that leg. That's not unusual, the opening weekend of the football season, to see players cramp up.
And it'll be really impressive here if Panhandle State can mount 2 goal line stands in one game.
Well, it's 2nd down. That sack really helped a lot, as they're back at about the 12-yard line now. Here's the snap, quick throw outside. 2 Aggie defenders there, a 3rd there to make the play after just a short gain. Fantastic defense out there in the open field. Oh, it's going to be 3rd down. They'll give him up to the 9-yard line, so 3rd down. Aggies just have to avoid the breakdown now. There's a snap, looks to the wide side of the field, ball to the corner, flag on the field. Play is blown dead. We'll have to see what the call is. And it is a delay of game penalty. I may have been wrong on that talked over the top of the referee. It may have been a false start. Either way, went back 5 yards.
Is it still a goal line drive if you drive them back off the goal line? Or goal line stand, I mean.
So all the way back at the 15-yard line. There's a snap. Looks over the middle. Intercepted!
Marcus McCants.
He's up past the 20, the 30, the 40, the 45, past the 50-yard line. Tackled at the 48-yard line of McMurray. So the Aggie defense once again makes a fantastic goal line stand. We've got a flag on the field, though. They're going to move back some.
And it was the quarterback, Kevin Hurley, who had to come in and make the tackle. Saved what might have been a touchdown.
Well, that's just the sideline warning, so it's not going to knock them back, but they do have their first warning. It's a penalty if they get a second sideline warning. It's called a delay of game, but that first one they just give you a warning. So Aggies ball at the McMurray 48-yard line.
And we saw a lot of that out of Marcus McCants last year, hoping to see a lot more of it this year. He is a dynamic playmaker once he gets the ball in his hands, and he gets it in his hands fairly often.
5:31 left in this third quarter. Brandon Ramon back out there at quarterback. We have not seen DJ Scott in this second half. Hand off to Aggiman. He's up to the 40-yard line, just inside of it, so a great gain on first down.
8-yard run by
That's going to be second and 2.
If he keeps running like that, they won't need to put DJ Scott back in. They can roll with whoever at quarterback.
Great name for a running back at a school with the nickname Aggies, too.
Oh, yeah.
Aggiman. Back under center, Ramon. He'll turn, hand it off to Aggiman again. There's a big hole, first down, as he reaches up to the 37-yard line.
Bit of good sportsmanship from the McMurray players as they help him up there. That's
Good
always
for
good to see.
another Aggie first down.
Aggiman will head off the field. Coursey takes his place at the tailback spot. Of course, that's been the most important position tonight. That's what the Aggies have done, is they've let that big old beefy line block and turn around and hand it off to the tailback all night long. He'll turn, hand it off to Coursey this time. He's up inside the 35-yard line.
Nice little gain.
Balls forward to the 33. Maybe second down and about 6 yards to go.
And the good thing about Coursey, he's a converted wide receiver, so I'm sure if they needed to, they can also deploy him in passing situations and really mix up this offense when they need to. Probably not going to give up too much on the first, give away too much game planning on the first game, but once you move into the season, probably see him deployed in a lot more ways.
They'll deploy two splits to the wide side of the field. Single back formation again. They'll run to the short side. Cuts back up inside and brought down rather quickly at the 31, about a 2-yard gain.
And the Aggies could really use a score on this drive to just give them a little more cushion here, put them in a really good situation to win this game as we're late in the third quarter here.
Referee will have them restart the clock right at 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Aggies still pitching a shutout at 10-0 in scoring position, trying to add to their total. Man in motion, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll back to the short side, throws it over the middle. It's intercepted at the 15-yard line.
Bad read.
Up to the 20, and that's where McMurray will take over right at about the 20-yard line.
Bad read. He had Brady Barrett wide open right out here in the flat and didn't see him, tried to force it deep and got picked off, and that's his second pick this game.
Penetration all night, too, when they have tried to pass, especially that play action rolling out. McMurray's done a good job of being there. Had 4 defenders in his face. I think he had to throw it a little quicker than he wanted to, so a lot of times the interception looks like it's just the quarterback's fault, but I don't think it was all just his fault there. But all night long, the Aggies have done a great job when they've lined up and just ran it down their throat. The passing game has not worked out well. So spread formation again. Hand off up the middle. Oh, he's going to be stopped in the backfield.
Another great defensive play from this Aggie.
Jermaine Wright with the tackle.
Number 17, Jermaine Wright with the tackle. He's one of the outside linebackers for the Aggies. Drop back to pass, looking to the short side. Oh, right through the hands.
I believe that's Nick Shields that
Nick
almost came up with it there. And
Nick Shields saw that one. He didn't know it. He was looking at the receiver. The quarterback just flat out missed him with a bad pass and went in right through Nick Shields' hands. He had a pick 6, I think, there. Oh, third and long. Third and about 12 yards to go. Aggies defense looking to get off the field here. Pressure on the quarterback. There's a hold. No call. Pass falls incomplete. Oh, it's fourth down.
And you can tell he was held pretty well because his jersey's peeled all the way back up past his shoulder pads.
You know, the truth is, with an incomplete pass, the Aggies probably would have gone ahead and declined the penalty anyway, so the missed call probably ends up not hurting them anyway.
And I think for the first time all night, they'll line up in a punt formation.
I'm pretty sure he's going to punt here on 4th and 12 inside his own 20-yard line. High snap, barely got it off. It's going to hit and roll dead inside the 45.
Still very
at
good
the 43-yard line of the OPSU Aggies. So with 2:20 left in the third quarter, OPSU takes back over, leading 10-0. Aggie offense back out on the field. Shotgun formation, a back to each side. Hands it off to Aggie, fakes it, quarterback will keep. Ramon up past midfield. Nice gain on first down, good read option. If he would have handed that off to Aggie would have been taken down pretty quickly.
They've kept us on our toes with the quarterbacks all night because as John Paulston, they randomly subbed back in there with the run, and nice gain of about 9.
Yeah, that was Paulston instead of Ramon, wasn't it, on that play?
It's kind of hard to tell. They have similar numbers, similar build.
Handed off to Aggiman, this time to the wide side of the field. He's past the 35-yard line, up 45-yard line, up to the 42 for another Aggie first down.
This is how they need to keep it.
Yeah, the run game has just been fantastic for them tonight, and they continue to wear down that defensive line. You can tell they've got a great size advantage over McMurray's defensive line, and they're just taking advantage of it. Handoff, no quarterback keeper to the short side. He's bumped out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Another nice pickup for John Polston, displaying his athleticism right here. And
5-yard run by
it's good that they can throw these multiple looks at him, running the ball out of the backfield, because at this point McMurray knows the run's coming. It's just where is it coming from?
2nd and 5. Shotgun formation, back to each side. He'll look to the sideline. And it is true, you mentioned this earlier, they're going to give their opponents a lot to look at on tape with 3 different quarterbacks hurrying up out of the shotgun compared to when they're lining up in the I formation in the first half and handing off to the tailback.
And if you're the Aggies' week 2 opponent, who do you even...
5-yard penalty.
Delay of game penalty is going to knock out that 5-yard gain and make it 2nd and 10. Once again, penalties causing problems. Still working out the kinks on a long season in the first night.
Absolutely, and that's to be expected, but that defense has played as well as could be expected. And just doing a beautiful job right now.
Turn, hand off to Aggiman up the middle. He's up past the 35, up near the 30. And there's another example of tonight's MVP, the offensive line. How many yards was he past the line of scrimmage before he was even touched by a defender?
Absolutely.
First down.
First down, Aggies. Aggies a little bit too big of a hurry. And there was a timeout on the field by McMurray. So with 36 seconds left in the third quarter, we're going to a timeout. Aggies 10, McMurray 0.
Here's tonight's Aggie question. How many incoming freshmen joined Aggie football this season? Please tweet at OPSU Athletics.
That's a tough question. There's a lot of them. Diego's
First
stepped up though since
person to correct,
couple
first person to tweet the correct answer will win a prize.
Well, Aggies back out in the field after the timeout. Pistol formation this time. 2 split to the wide side of the field. 1 to the short. 2 backs in the backfield. He'll hand it off to the fullback. And he's going to move forward. up to about the 27-yard line, so another 5-yard gain for the Aggies. That running game is just working magnificently.
And part of what helps out the running game is the big bodies up front and the big bodies in the backfield. Like,
there's a handoff to Aggiman. He stiff arms the first time, breaks through. He's at the 15 to 10. And it's going to be first down. Looks like maybe just outside of the 10-yard line, so be first and 10 still.
An excellent run just when he thought he was going to be brought down. He makes a second effort there, gets quite a few extra large yards.
And that is the end of the third quarter, with the OPSU Aggies leading the McMurray Warhawks 10-0. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
And we have a winner to tonight's Aggie Twitter question. At Dose Avila. Please go up to the press box and collect your prize.
So as we start the fourth quarter, it'll be first and goal, as it looks like they've marked it right at the 10-yard line for the Aggies. Already leading 10-0.
Good chance to score here. They just need to lean on that run game.
Shotgun formation, handoff to Aggiman, a little trouble. No, quarterback keeper. He's going to be brought down for a short loss. OPSU with 222 yards net rushing yards in that through three quarters, averaging 5.7 yards per rush. That's winning football right there. Hands it off to Aggiman this time. That was the smart play. He's down inside the 5-yard line at about the 3.
Very close there. Just good job. And once again, as you were talking about the offensive line, he was through there a couple yards before he even got touched.
Looks like the Aggies are going to take out one of their receivers and bring in some more beef.
All right, Aggie fans, let's get loud.
Number 60, Romario Martinez in as an extra lineman. It's third down. About the 4-yard line, I formation. We've got a timeout on the field. OPSU with 13:51 left to play in the game leads 10-0, but they're knocking on the door for another touchdown. There's the game right there. Yeah, might be something to mention. I mentioned that they're holding into 1.7 yards per. Pro pass attempt 5.9. That's great to hold somebody.
The answer to tonight's Aggies question is 46. 46 freshmen in the Aggie program this year. Let's hear it for those freshmen.
So third down and goal. Aggies, two power backs to the right side. He's going to throws to the corner, too high. So it's going to be fourth down.
And what do you do? Do you take the points here, or do you try to go for it and get in there? That running game has been serving you well. Do you trust it here on the goal line? And Sterling Clapton's coming in, so it looks like they're going to take the points. As you mentioned earlier, the story of the game, 5.7 yards per rush for Oklahoma Panhandle State as compared to 1.7 for McMurray.
Yeah, that comes back down to those goal line stands that, the game's won in the trenches, and they've won it at both ends that way. There's the snap, the hold, the kick.
No good.
No good. So the Aggies don't come away with any points on that trip. Still leading 10-0.
Yeah, the Aggie defense has been playing well though. Only an average gain of about 3.5 yards per play for McMurray, and that lets you know the Aggie defense has been solid.
Now the tough part about missing a field goal when you're that close is that actually the opponent gets to bring, the ball is actually brought out to the 20-yard line, so they don't have to start at the 4-yard line where the Aggies ended that drive. I think if Coach Gaskamp had those last 2 plays back, he'd probably run 2 plays in a row. But the play action was a good choice. They were really packing inside because the Aggies have had so much success with the run. Thought that was going to be open, but the pass was just a little too high, but he was well covered as well. So that was better than throwing an interception because you threw it too low. Spread formation again, and we've got another timeout on the field. 3:44 left to play. OPSU 10, McMurray 0. So 1st and 10 from McMurray at the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle. As short gain, maybe 2 yards on that play. Aggies defense collapsed that hole quickly. That'll make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
And late in the game, you know the Aggies have to be tired, but still that defense is holding up. Rock solid there, gain of 2 yards.
Both teams getting their signal from the sidelines, no huddles. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the short side of the field. Pressure on him, able to get the pass off, and it is caught at the 35-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st down. Well-executed play there by McMurray.
And it looked like he wanted to go deep to his receiver here on the side closest to us, but Nick Shields just had him blanket covered.
Hurley did a great job. Oh, finding the open man. Finds open man there, and he just flat out drops it. That's going to make it second down and 10 yards to go. And we may see from time to time them able to gain some yards here, especially as they spread it around, but also Aggies are going to make sure that they're not, still a lot of time, but they're going to try to make sure that they don't give up the big play, that if McMurray does move the ball, that they're going to have to do it in short chunks. And a good closing tackle there.
Beautiful open field tackle. And that's by the freshman.
That's Warren Dillon again. He's a redshirt freshman. He's done a fantastic job tonight out there.
All right, Aggie fans, let's get rowdy.
3rd down and 8. 12 and a half minutes left to play. He'll drop back to pass, lets it go down the short side. Is it caught? No, incomplete pass. He may have caught it, but it was out of bounds if he was. So it'll be 4th down, 8 yards to go. That's going to force McMurray to punt. This time back, number 14 back deep. Big boot. Back to the 20-yard line. Caught it. Up past the 25, up past the 30, the 35. So a nice return. Nick Shields. Just a nice return there as they'll mark it up even 1 yard further to the 36. So the Aggies take back over. 12:07 left in this one, leading by 10.
And I might have been a little premature there when I accused Hurley of not having a leg earlier. That was a pretty big boot.
That was a great kick.
And DJ Scott returns at quarterback.
After not playing at all in the third quarter, back in the fourth. There's a snap out of the pistol formation. He'll keep it. Rams it up in there. Maybe made a yard or two on the play. That's going to be a yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
And the quarterback situation, an interesting way to start out this first game, but seems to be working well for him. 10-0 lead late in the game. And
well, it's good to know that Scott's not injured, that it wasn't anything like that. Low snap, handoff to Aguilin, up to the 40-yard line. So it's still going to be 3rd down and long. About 6 yards to go. A little more than 6, actually. McMurray's tightened up their run defense on these 2 plays. They're having to sell out against the run. And probably a wise decision as well, as the Aggie quarterbacks have not been that accurate on the pass tonight. There's the handoff, fakes it. He'll roll out. There's the throw. And we're going to have a, looks like right there for the 1st down, Barbarino with the catch. And it is a 1st down.
Pass completed to Seth Barbarino.
Yeah, there it is, 1st down. None of them actually made the 1st down. None of the referees actually made the 1st down gesture, but they told them to move it ahead. Pistol formation. Handoff to Aguilin up the middle. He's up past midfield into McMurray territory on a nice 1st down run that's going to make it 2nd down and just 3 yards to go.
6-yard run.
You
by
can tell
Cedric
this.
Ogden.
Go ahead. This running game is wearing the McMurray defense out, especially in the middle. And it's getting harder and harder for them to defend against this run, especially when they have the ability to run with a few different backs.
And when you can run like that on somebody, what do? You keep doing it. Man in motion across the formation. There's a snap. Hand off to Aguilin. Out wide along the sideline. And there's a flag. This one may be going back. We'll have to see. Maybe a hold outside. Camp looks like he believes he knows that's what it is. And isn't too happy with it.
The good news is the running game has been the staple of their offense, and if you can run it and you can do it, that's great, because it's not a very risky venture running the football as opposed to passing it.
Holding, number 18, offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's going to be the fullback. It's going to be Darrence James called with the hold.
He's had a couple good runs tonight. Just got a hold of too much jersey on that one. But it blew up a pretty big run, so it's, instead of a 1st down the field, it's 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. Pistol formation, hand off to Corsi, who's coming at tailback there. All carried up near midfield. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 49. Got a good chunk of that back, so that'll be 3rd down and long, though, still.
5-yard run by DJ Corsi.
3rd down and 7.
Good to get Corsi in there, get some fresh legs running the ball. Now Aguiman's back in.
Their starting center, Oliver, lost his helmet on that play, so he has to go out for a play. Looks like Gaskamp's going to want to call a timeout to make sure that he can have him in for this crucial play. He's letting the clock run on down till the play clock is down to 1, I'm sure. And he does. So with 9:05 left to play, OPSU leads 10-0 over McMurray.
That's a good call.
Megan has to work out as a fan. We've been averaging 5 all the way. We've been averaging 5 or above. If you don't average 5 or above, you gotta run.
So out of the timeout, Aggies in a 3rd and 7 position.
Let's hear it for
Ball
the
on their
Aggies.
own 49-yard line. Pistol formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Aggieman, keeps it, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. So the punt team for the Aggies will come onto the field. Mason Williams, the long snapper. He's a senior. Leads the team out there. That's a position that we forget about sometimes and don't think about until a ball snapped about 10 feet over the punter's head, but it's
Absolutely.
a very important job.
And Jacob Test with the chance to pin him deep here. And
Here's the snap and the kick. High kick. Yeah, bounds back Murray's way. Not sure exactly what happened. Looks like they're saying it's Aggie's ball. It was touched by a McMurray player.
Aggie football.
So 1st and 10 for OPSU at the 27-yard line. So just a bad mental mistake by one of their players.
And a beautiful situation for the Aggies now. Lined up almost about the 27-yard line here. Good chance to score if the offense can get something going. Lean on the run here. Don't take any risks. Don't give the ball back. Just been gifted a possession.
Scott back in the game at quarterback again. Under center. Aggieman in the tailback position. There's a turn. Handoff. Inside the 25. Up to about the 23-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Aggies. Happy to run some clock here. Clock now under 8 minutes to play.
And this is the point where you want to be really, really safe with the football.
Man in motion. They'll turn, hand it off to Aggieman again to that side.
Smart decision.
And brought down at about the 20-yard line.
Three-yard run by Cedric Ogden.
He's been the staple of the offense all night. He's been the workhorse back, and then he's allowed Corsi to come in and take over some possessions when he gets tired so he can stay fresh. Corsi can stay fresh. It's just a great change-up at the running back position, plus the offensive line has been playing well. Everything's going right for the Aggies in the run game.
Tight formation. Single back. Somebody moved. And that's going to be an illegal snap on the Aggie offense. So instead of a 3rd and short, looked like they were trying to draw them off there and it backfired on them. And it's going to be 3rd and long now, more like a 3rd and 8.
And if I'm the Aggies, even though it's 3rd and long, don't take any chances. Just run the ball, get as much as you can. Let Sterling come on to try to close it out.
I formation. Hands off to Aggiman, short side of the field, and the defense really penetrated there. They're selling out against that run because they know the Aggies have kind of been one-dimensional, even and they've had success with it. So it's going to be 4th down. They may keep the offense out there after missing that short field goal. We'll see.
And it looks like they will.
4th down and about 6 yards to go. Scott taking his time. Play clock at 5. And he'll go ahead and take the delay of game.
Delay game. Offense. Still 4th down.
So now it'll be 4th down and about 12 yards to go for the Aggies.
So
Let's make some noise for your Aggies.
at this point, do you try to run the ball to just get what you can and pin them as deep as you can? Or if you pass it, do you even worry about trying to do the play action?
Well, and who knows, they may do their version of a quick kick as well. No, Scott drops back. He's going to let it go. He rolls out to his right, lets it go down the sideline. It's gone! He dropped it into the hands of Nick West, and then he dropped it.
So close right there.
The ball turned back over to McMurray. Still 5:54 left to play in this one. Only a 10-point game, so this one is not over.
Aggies having a good game here. Good game on the ground, not such a great game through the air, but they keep getting gifts and having a chance to close it out, but just can't quite get it done. And it's always a bad thing if you let a team hang around.
Oh, spread formation again with 2 split to each side, a back to his right. Back lets it go, 1st down catch up to the 45. We have a different quarterback into the game.
I believe that's Justin Miller.
He's a sophomore. Line up pistol formation. Delayed handoff on the draw. He's up past midfield. Up past the 45, up past the 40, or right at the 40. That's going to be another 1st down for McMurray. So just like that, they're in Aggie territory and already threatening after just 2 plays.
That was beautiful execution on the draw. The Aggies got to clamp down on that. They can't allow those long runs late in the game.
Now that's how you slow down that pass rush as well. Ball thrown quickly, incomplete behind the receiver. He was open. That'll be 2nd and 10. Still 5:11 left to play.
Justin Miller's pass incomplete, intended for Tanner Clark.
Terrell Fallon checking into the game now.
Trips to the wide side. He'll drop back to pass, looks to the short side. Incomplete pass. That's going to be pass interference, and that's a good call. He had a hold of his jersey, trying to pull him, tried to hold it in, close it in tight where they couldn't see it, but 3 flags came. There's not much to argue with there.
And Nick Shields, he's been tight on his coverage all night, a little too tight there. This defense has played well, though. I'm sure they're a little bit tired now this late in the game. Let's see if they can step up here and make a play.
Crowd not happy with that one, but when 3 guys throw the flag on it, you're pretty sure it happened. Pistol formation. Draw play again. Inside the 25, inside the 20. Oh, it's going to be another 1st down for McMurray. So McMurray moving the ball like they haven't all day.
And when it's
Did
late,
De'Aaron Primes with the tackle.
when it's late in the affair like this, you got tired guys on defense. That's when your draws work better because they're mentally tired and physically tired.
And it looks like we may false start on the offense, so they're going to move them back 5 there.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
4:46 left to play in this one. Aggies leading 10-0. McMurray moving the ball better than they have since the first quarter, really. Drops back for a pass. Pass rushes on him. He's going to be dropped for a sack back at the 34-yard line.
Once again, penetration by the defensive line.
Dominic Bell in on that one.
Wow.
Adrian Johnson as well.
And Bell combined for the sack.
It'll be second down and a long ways to go.
And typically when you're the backup quarterback, you're not put in situations where it's on you to try to win the game. So let's see how he responds here.
There's the snap. He'll drop back to throw again. Almost intercepted. Off the hands of Nate Leadhead, who's made some great plays defensively today. Oh, 3rd and long.
All right, Aggie Nation. Let's hear ya. Let's go, Robbie.
McMurray at the 34-yard line has to get all the way down inside the 10-yard line to get a first down. So as long as Aggies don't blow it defensively here, they should take a shot down the sideline there. It's caught. They're going to be close. About a yard short, but that's going to mean 4th down. As that fade pass was caught right there along the sideline.
And I believe it was the freshman Dylan who was caught. He wasn't looking at the ball on his coverage. He was looking at the receiver and lost track of it. So
looks like they're going to go ahead and try to get the field goal. They know they need 2 scores, and it's 4th and 2 from the 10. Still running players on late. So they'll line up for the kick. It's blocked! Aggies blocked it!
this defense.
What a block
by Cameron Lyons.
Cameron Lyons. Nick Shields also in there on that one. Wow, what a play by the Aggies special teams.
Just when they needed it most.
3:12 left to play in this one. Aggies take over possession of the ball, still pitching a shutout.
And that's a good play for Lyons, who got injured earlier. We was worried about whether he might come back into this game, but he has, and he's done well.
And the Aggies will get the ball at the 20 as any field goal attempt that isn't made. That's where the offensive team takes over in college football. So Scott under center, single back formation. Turn, hand off to Aggiman. Aggiman gets back up in the middle. He gets up to about the 25. Ball is loose. They'll say he was down though.
And McMurray trying to load up here on defense to stop the run, but the Aggies still trying to.
4-yard gain, so it'll be second down and 6 yards to go. 2:45 left to play in this one. Scott letting that play clock run under 5 seconds. Aggiman handoff right up the middle again. He's up near the 30-yard line. Nice gain. That's going to be close to a first down. And it is a first down. So they're going to be able to run some more clock off as the clock nears the 2-minute mark.
Ogman's run is good for another.
If you're the Aggies right here, you have to be thrilled at least about one thing. You have to be thrilled about the fact that you only have to focus on one area on one side of the ball, and that's the pass game. Your defense has played well, your running game's gone well, so it's mainly the passing game that you got to focus on improving.
I'm sure Coach Gaskamp will find plenty of things that they need to work on, but it's always nice to work on things after a win. Another handoff right up the middle, up to about the 34.
Picks up about 5 there.
5 they'll give him, so second down and 5 yards to go.
Another solid run. And if they can pull this one out here, it's always good momentum to start your season off with a win, especially at home in front of a big crowd like this.
Back under center, letting the clock run. He'll turn, hand off to Agyeman again. Agyeman leaps through the hole. Up ahead near the 40-yard line to about the 39. We've got a timeout on the field. 52 seconds left to play in this one. It's OPSU 10, McMurray 0. Scott back under center, I formation, power I, handoff to the fullback, up past the 40, up past the 50, stays in bounds, up to the 45-yard line of McMurray. Number 35, that's George Dominguez again with a great run. That should about do it right there for the Aggies. They're going to open this season with a win.
That's the best formation to see right there, victory
formation. Scott will take the snap, drop to a knee, and that's going to be it. The OPSU Aggies are 1-0 with a 10-0 victory over the McMurray Warhawks. We thank you for joining us on PTCI Channel 2. For Matt and Jason, good night from No Man's Land Stadium in Goodwell, Oklahoma.
State would like to also thank the Aggie softball team for helping with the ticket booth and tonight's concessions. The women's basketball teams for helping set up the reserve tailgate section. Steve Smith and the Panhandle Area Boy Scouts for presenting the colors of the national anthem. Aggie baseball for helping with cleanup. Goodwell PD for providing security. And EMS crew of Goodwell. We'd also like to announce that we have raised over $500 for the Hurricane Harvey donation funds.
On the Tarleton, 1-0.
Light head.
Quit. Please quit.
Let's hear it one more time for your Aggie football team. We'd like to thank all of the fans who came out to support the Aggies tonight. We wish our visiting guests safe travels home.
We played lights out on defense and we played lights out on special teams. We really struggled offensively tonight, but we'll get better.
Well, you mentioned offensively you struggled, and the offensive line wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination with some penalties and things like that. You hate the pre-snap, but they had to be some of the MVP of the game there.
I mean, we got a veteran group there, and we got to lean on them. We got some really, really good players in that group, and so we know they're going to be a big part of our football team this year. We understand that. So we got a lot of newcomers at the skill positions. Almost every guy out there. Basically, Cedric was the only one that really had any experience out there before us playing today. So we made some mistakes. We had a lot of silly penalties, and that really hurt us some inopportune times. But hats off to them. They played really hard. They hung in there, and I think we got a chance to be a pretty good team this year down the road. So
defensively, 2 goal line stands.
Yeah, that was awesome. You know, that's all about intestinal fortitude. That's all about your character. We talked about to the guys about what makes you what makes you inside, and those guys stepped up in each one of those situations. They didn't panic. They didn't get down on each other. I thought that our conditioning was good for the first game, and those guys fought through some stuff. We got to get a little bit better in that regard, but we just played a really tough, smart ball game. We made some really silly mistakes turning the ball over. We got to cut that out. But again, you always get better from game 1 to game 2. So I'll look forward to seeing us next week. So,
well, that first game, you're going to work out some of those kinks and things like that. When you look back on this game, just your first reaction, what is it that you're most happy about, and the thing that maybe you see that this is the thing we've got to work on the most?
I talked to the guys. I knew this win would not be sexy. I mean, I knew it was going to be one of those grind out type of deals. We're going to be probably more of that type of team this year, where our better players are in the offensive and defensive lines, and that's not sexy. But it gives you a chance for a really strong foundation for a football team. And so I was proud of the way we played in both the offensive and defensive lines tonight. Mind a few penalties here and there. We got to clean up some of that stuff, be a little more disciplined on a few things. But overall, I'm ecstatic about the win. It was goal 1 for the season, was get the first win, start the season 1-0. We've always started behind the 8 ball. I'm really excited about being 1-0.
Well, you accomplished that tonight. Aggies are 1-0 and ready for week 2. You'll be taking on who, and where are you traveling to?
Well, first of all,
can't remember off the top of my head.
we're playing Tarleton State in Stephenville. But I just want to say we had a great fan base out here tonight. This was probably the most packed I've ever seen our stands in my 6 years here. Our tailgate before was great. I think that will continue to grow and grow and grow and build a momentum in. And I can't tell you how much it helps when our guys see everybody in the stands. So thank you for all the fans coming out.
All right, well, from No Man's Land Stadium, good night.